All right, so I think I started having this problem right after saying Cap says go to Henry Station. So I'll retract that and let you say where you're going.
I'm getting caught up right now, so
If it makes you feel any better, Colleen did not detect any ships, and she has not detected that anything got an active sensor lock on us.
Now remember, you're at the edge of the system, so you'd only be able to detect things at in that region of space.
But yeah, it's currently just the place where we're now.
um all right, so what do we I don't see anything on Henry Station.
No, there you don't have any information on it. It's just a space station.
It's just a space station. Okay. Cautiously approach. Um we may be able to get further repairs and maintenance done.
Okay. So I was
So it
correct in
looks
assuming that you're
like
going to Henry Station.
yes.
Okay.
Um so Rain Lalati is not inhabited?
It is. You don't know what the population there is like, but there are actually people living on that thing.
Basically it looks like hell froze over. Literal freezing halt?
Well, no.
Well,
let's, let's
temperature
let's go with a
frozen.
metaphorical freezing halt.
Well, it says temperature frozen.
It
So, you know.
does.
All right. Anyway, we'll head for Henry Station first.
Really, the temperature descriptors of burning and frozen are simply there to indicate it's too hot or too cold for human life to survive without some kind of technological aid.
like a biosphere.
Like, you mean like a little personal biosphere?
No, like, like the Mars, like they're planning on sticking on Mars.
Yeah, like structures or suits. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
hmm
Yep. Okay. Um yeah, I agree. We'll head for Henry Station. Just keep sensors open. Like keep checking, see if there's any kind of threats, and we'll.
Would you like me to keep them on passive? I mean, I can go to active, but it means if I detect them, they'll know.
And I think we had said that the thought was that we would come in and have our emissions dampers on just to stay
Well,
alive.
that
Yeah.
as well, but here's the big difference. Even if they don't detect us, if I run an active scan, they know they've been had, so they at least know there's something out there.
Oh yeah, it's
So,
pings and submarine warfare. Yeah.
mhm. So keep it on passive.
Yeah. And Firefox keeps crashing.
Okay. You
Sorry.
travel towards the region of space that Henry Station is floating around in, and I believe, as I was saying earlier, if you want to be hiding, then you go ahead and roll that hide check.
Okay, here it comes. Okay, so the light, give me a second. I like the previous check better. Actually, this is for hide, so I'm a fucking expert, so I'm gonna use it for that. Don't care about if I can find things, but just stay hidden, maybe.
Okay. I'll consider any per scene usage things, abilities, to be extending into the next actual scene, just because we're not kind of in a dedicated scene here.
That's fine.
Okay. It's not, pardon the pun, free space.
I'm not even gonna give you a groan for that one.
So is Colleen re-rolling that?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
It's better.
You could at least
Yes,
say,
it is.
you could at least say, then you can at least say that it, I don't know, makes you elite and dangerous.
In that case, I'd also like, since we're in range of that, I'd also like to scan again.
As always, appropriate mail text message noise.
Yes.
All right. Some are all different numbers, but yeah. So yeah, that's a 9 on passive sensors.
That under hiding and detection, that minor outpost should actually be minor station, not minor outpost. I didn't GM roll that, did I? Oh well.
Nope.
Nope.
Doesn't matter because you find out the results pretty much right away. It did unfortunately beat Colleen's attempt to defeat any sensors, and so we come full circle to you're hailed by Henry Station.
All right.
It's not my fault. They're just bigger than us.
Answer the hail.
Fine. What does Henry Station want? And what's up with the odd last name?
Station is a perfectly fine last name, I'll have you know.
It was also a perfectly fine first name in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Well, you're hailed by Control at Henry Station. They identify you as well, UNK and the current date, which I've actually lost track of. So just assume they got it right.
Let's just assume the GM knows what he's doing.
That would be appreciated, yes.
Assumptions are dangerous.
Answer the hail.
Okay.
Go for captain.
Okay.
Greetings, Henry Station. Oh my God, what I was gonna say just went right out my ears. Like steam escaping, you know.
Sorry.
We're fine down here. Everything's fine. How are you?
Boring conversation anyway.
Did we get any trade items? We didn't, did we?
No.
No, we
Did we not buy the
Really
furniture?
No, but it wasn't really
we
worth
didn't
it.
buy any furniture, did we?
No.
We talked about it, but I don't think we did.
I
Yeah.
don't think we ever did.
You certainly didn't.
Dang it.
We still have spam.
Do we?
And we do have some, probably not enough to like trade on a mass scale.
Well, we obviously have enough to eat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for a
plenty
while.
to eat. Yeah.
Hey, but at least now it's spam and vegetables.
Not sure where you're seeing the improvement there, but go on.
Hey, some of us like vegetables.
Deviants.
I don't even know what to call our ship. This is terrible.
There you go.
Well, do we want? This is the SS Terrible.
No, this is the SS. This is terrible.
There you go. Well, you were walking people around while we were doing our six. No, wait, not while you were still here when we were doing our 6 days of random bullshitting. You'd think at some point we would have had this conversation.
Yeah.
One would think, but I've given you
'Cause I
guys
don't think-
plenty of time to bring things
Uh-huh.
up.
And it just occurred to me now, so
Fair enough.
I guess I don't want to call us the Raza because
No.
I don't want to believe that we're the Raza.
Well,
Hello,
is-
Hunter Station. This is the other Raza.
This is not the Raza.
This is the Azar.
yeah, I was gonna say
Um.
you can't even get a good anagram out of this thing.
Mm-mm. We are looking to get permission to dock and do some trading and purchasing if there's any ship parts
Excuse me.
to be had.
I hear you, unknown ship. Command wants to know why you're not flying with a transponder.
Out of character question, just because I had a brain fart, and it's just kind of keeping going. We lost ours, right?
Yeah, when they ripped our black box out. Yeah.
Yep, we
Um,
got damage.
It's
We,
usually in this universe, it's included in the black box, and done that way deliberately, and the black box integrated into a ship so integrally, so that it's very difficult to just change who you are as a ship. Not impossible, as you as you've
Mhm.
seen you're doing now and have apparently done in the past, but it's still supposed to be at least difficult. And because it's so difficult, it throws a lot of suspicion when a ship flies without
one.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
We were attacked, and our transponder and black box were stolen. If you have any black boxes, we would be very interested in trading.
Please hold. The connection goes silent. He's muted himself.
Aw. No hold music.
No hold music.
Boom, 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 boom,
I said no hold music. Matt, you if I ever put this up on YouTube, you could get me sued with that.
Oh.
I don't want to be sued by Ipanema.
No.
Put on a
Oh,
disclaimer.
that has to be
Oh, I'm sure it is.
common license by now.
It's not.
All right.
What?
But no, it's not. It's still a current song. Whoever created it is, I think, actually still alive. But those couple of notes would at most get a. It would just mute the volume of the stream for that section.
Sorry. I won't do it again.
Oh, was that you, Emma?
She did it too.
Oh, God, you guys are both terrible.
No, I'm sorry.
No more Ipanema. Just plain no more Ipanema. It's a terrible song.
It is, but I can't help myself.
The silence crackles away, and he comes back. Command's a little wary of, well, you're flying without a black box, no transponder.
Valid concern.
It is an absolutely valid concern. If you would care to scan us, you can see that our weapons are powered down.
All right. You've got authorization to dock. We have a couple of cruiser external docks you can use, and just don't bring any weapons on board, and stay with your security detail, escort detail.
Understood.
We'll send someone out to meet you.
Understood. Thank you.
Your pilot is playing in another game and given directions to
Yeah.
dock.
Yep.
Am I boring you, Jeff?
Well, I started up back when y'all
Technical
were doing
issues.
yeah.
I'm just giving you shit.
But yeah.
But yeah, so he is bored.
No.
That's how I heard
exactly
that too.
what
Yeah.
he's saying.
I know. I'm crying inside.
As long as you don't have the station suddenly launch torpedoes.
So, I have an escort.
No space escort. You've been given
Oh,
directions
okay.
to where to dock, and as you said, it's an external dock.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Yep.
that was my pause.
All right. Yeah, I'll parallel park the ship next to the port.
You gonna give us a J-turn handbrake ship?
I don't think that'd do well for the station.
Are you guys doing any kind of scans of the station while you're in its region? While you're
Yes, it would be nice what they have that they could launch at us.
Okay.
Okay.
Go right ahead. Sensors and scans. I'm just gonna throw that on your screen. There's the other dice. Okay. All right.
Woohoo! I just got one. What weapons do they have?
On Henry Station, you see an array of weapons. 4 mag spike arrays arranged in an array up and down the station. Arranged so that they can mostly all get any angle with multiple mag spike arrays. Anywhere from 2 to 3 depending on where the target is. They also have a plasma beam on a turret that can get any of the angles.
I will relay it to the rest of them. Once again, if they want to shoot, they can shoot.
You running any other scans before you guys get docked?
Well, does the captain want to know anything in particular?
Actually, the weaponry is... Oh, I guess that's obvious weaponry and damage. Okay, So yeah, no, none of that was absolutely obvious. They're not trying to make a display of having weapons, so they weren't obvious. And you did have to roll for it.
In that case, I don't know if that's something needs to be rolled for. Are there any other ships docked, or do they have any craft?
Yeah, I would let you roll for that, and it would be something that you'd need to roll for. I'll basically call it what are good boarding points on the whole.
Woohoo!
Yeah, there are a number of ships. There's another cruiser and a handful of frigates. Another cruiser externally and a handful of frigates in internal docks.
Right, so they do have a fleet. And I don't know if this is an obvious question or not. Does that station have the capability, basically, and seeing how they have ships in there, to, let's say, repair and refit starships? Do they basically have an orbital dock portion?
That's
Or
going to
shipyard?
be difficulty 10.
Damn it!
Go ahead and roll it.
I'm trying to. Once I use the stupid macro, the next time when it tries to autofill, it just doesn't work.
Interesting.
Yeah, at that point I actually have to press enter. Damn it! This couldn't have gone worse if I tried.
And you've already used your expert ability.
Which is fine. I'd rather spend on avoiding detection than making the inquiries.
So you don't know if they have any extended capability of restoring, repairing, or maintaining ships.
That's fine. We can just ask them.
You sure probably can, yeah. Somebody make docking noises. Very good. All right.
Boop, 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 boop.
You're docked. So basically, you're putting yourself in clamps that adjust to, not damage the ship, and boarding tube extends out from the station towards your airlock, assuming that you positioned everything correctly. Which I'm not going to make the pilot roll for. This is all easy stuff for pilots. And you hear the ka-chink of your airlock external latches being engaged, and I don't even know what kind of sound it would make. The sound of that tunnel being pressurized. You can now open your airlock and safely walk off the ship.
We will leave people on board.
Tom.
He's gonna say mark the
Yeah.
red.
Tom, yeah, mark the red.
You know what? When the tour was asking about players last time, I totally forgot that Tom is also hanging around. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
He's an NPC, so he only really exists when we remember he exists, doesn't he?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
I mean, I think technically as a GM, I'm supposed to remember him a little bit more than that, but
So he is. He's not Rosencrantz and Guildensterning around the ship when we're not there.
if that
Yeah.
means what it's supposed to mean, then yes.
He's just waiting for Godot.
Wow.
I'm taking this up a notch.
You've got a knock at the airlock.
Ooh.
Weird, but okay.
I guess we don't have a doorbell.
Do we even hear the knock?
Equivalent of a knock? Probably not. I'm also still trying to get my screens all set up. There we go, finally. You get a quick broadcast from the control center saying that Officer Jennings will be meeting you and will be your escort on Henry Station. He is awaiting you station side.
All right.
Dude would come up from the engine room, say, well, we're shut down, Cap. But I've got everything set so that we can, if we need to, get out of here at least relatively quickly. But if we're heading in, I'd like to come along, keep an eye out for any possible parts.
Do we have reason to suspect difficulty in dealing with these people?
Well, yes, because we expect that with everybody.
Understood, Captain. I will factor that into my calculations of the situation.
Yeah, man. It's better to have prepared for being disappointed and not be.
Than to go in optimistic and have our asses handed to us.
Yep.
I believe you mean that as a figure of speech.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a solid assumption.
Maybe you can get some information on euphemisms while we're here. She's
That would
looking at
certainly be
Nemo.
useful. Thank you for the suggestion.
Do you guys open your airlock?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, she was going to tell Nemo to act as human as possible.
Understood.
Okay. In front of you is a length of spacewalk. It's taken a little bit more of a scenic approach with having some of the material transparent so you can see what you're walking past. Somebody roll me a 2d6. Just flat 2d6.
Okay.
Okay.
Not bad, hopefully.
The walk is uneventful, and you see on the other side of about 10-meter walk a kind of plain-looking man, got a scar on his face and got his hair cropped tight, wearing security armor and carrying a combat rifle. Looks like he's waiting patiently enough. And you can see him on the other side of some more of this magic science transparent aluminum glass metal stuff that makes science fiction so much more interesting, but well, they do have transparent aluminum now. When you finally reach the door on the other side, he opens it up, salutes you. I'm Officer Jennings. I'll be following you around here. Control did tell you, right?
I said, you look so thrilled to be doing that, too. She kind of gives him a little bit of a, joking smile.
Are there any good places to be followed too?
Well, yeah, there's a couple of places, and yeah, I apologize, ma'am. The job's just kind of boring.
I understand completely, and we appreciate your escort.
So what kind of places do you need to be on Henry Station here?
We're looking for places where we can get material to fix, do some repairs on our ship. Like I told Command, we've been attacked, and as strange as it may sound, our black box was stolen.
I guess you're looking for Scrounchy then. Oddly enough, calls this place Scrounchy Lounge. No idea where he got that from. But he has
I
all
like it.
the ship things.
Sounds like a man after my own heart.
Is that the same place
Really?
that's good for personal equipment and stuff like that, or is that separate shop?
No, Scrounchy Lounge, I guess you could say it's a lounge for junk.
Oh,
That works. We like junk.
Really?
dude kind of looks over Cap. Oh, please, I gotta go.
It's
I
cheaper.
know you do.
Can I come with?
Sure.
If
And we're going to
some- if
stick
some-
together, so we'll all go.
Oh yeah.
If something still possesses value, does it not stop being junk?
It's junk. It's all junk.
You just gotta have the eye for it, man.
Does that also mean someone's valuables is someone's junk?
He looks at
Some guys call their tackle junk.
All right.
Sorry.
Sorry, man. We've been cooped up on ship for a while. We're getting a little spacey.
I suppose. You think this is any better here?
Different people.
I guess it is. First on the tour, Scrounchy Lounge then, right?
Sounds
Yes.
good to me.
Yes, please.
Alright. Follow me.
All right.
Follow him.
While we're walking,
If you don't mind, sir, could you explain why exactly an escort is necessary? Is there a danger of us becoming lost without one? The station doesn't appear to be that big.
Well, it's because you don't have a transponder, isn't it? That wasn't the question.
dude kind of looks over at Nemo. I believe that Keanu said is a unknown quantity. They're trying to
It's
solve
for
for
their
X.
safety as much. They're seeing to their safety as much as they are making sure we don't get lost.
Does seem reasonable.
Hey, man. While we're heading to Scrounges, which I definitely appreciate, man. Once we're done there, is there an actual bar on this station?
Oh, there's bars here.
Oh, thank God.
Now you're talking. You sure you don't want to go to the bar first?
Way better business before pleasure.
Yeah, man. If I hit the bar first, I'm never leaving.
They haggle better before they drink?
What? Alright, whatever.
I mean, is that weird? Are they people usually better hagglers when they are sober, or better when they're drunk?
I kind of think that'd be dependent on the person.
And the level of drunkenness.
Well, I suppose.
And if it's a state of mutual drunkenness or if only one of the parties is drunk.
Yeah, that's a quick way to get taken advantage of, kid.
That doesn't sound too good.
Ah,
Hence, business before pleasure.
well, Cap, this is both for me.
I know
entire,
it is.
entire business dedicated to junk.
She pats him in a friendly way on the shoulder.
to scroungies.
He actually keeps saying scrounchy, like scrunchy, but with an extra O in there.
Scrounchy. Nice.
Like scrounge and crunchy mixed together.
Yeah, that's probably a better way of putting it.
Nice. I like him already. Or her. Or it. Oh, please let whoever runs this place be a 3-foot tall blue furry thing.
Just as long as it's not a Jar Jar Binks.
No, it would be a scrunchie that runs scrunchies. Scrounchies.
Well, it is not a 2-foot or 3-foot tall furry thing. You finally get to Scrounchy Lounge, and the proprietor, Scrounchy, is drilling away at something in front of him. He's got a drill in one hand, a torch in another hand, and something precariously clamped in front of him. At least it looks precarious. Certainly wouldn't
What
want
is
it.
it?
Well, I assume Colleen kind of shuffles in and comes around.
Yes.
If she gets dudes looking at how precarious the clamp is and what he's working on, if she comes within range of the possible blast radius of that thing, he'd put a quick hand on her shoulder. Careful there, kid.
It doesn't look like it's gonna just explode. It's kind of hard to tell what it is just by looking at it.
I would like to know.
Are you asking him, or are you just gonna try and look?
I'm trying to look.
Well, you don't interrupt an artist at work.
This is Colleen.
Who's an artist and doesn't like to be interrupted at work?
That doesn't mean that she won't do it to other people.
Go ahead and roll on that. Oof. I'm just gonna give you a straight intelligence roll on this one again. I know I should be using skills, but that's what you get.
Okay. I mean, it could have been no. That's why I was checking.
Oh yeah, no, that's the sure. No is actually I didn't even think about that. A great catch-all.
Why do you think I said I want to know?
Oh, fair enough.
That and I have no, so that helps.
It does, I'm sure. Well, it looks like he's basically hand machining a fitting. What you're looking at doesn't do anything all by itself. It could be used as a spacer between parts, holding very specific parts in different places. It's part of a larger machine.
So he's building something, but this isn't the only thing.
Can I tell the skill level? I mean, is he good at it, or it just looks impressive, but he's really crap at it?
Yeah, I think that roll could give you a reasonable estimate. He's not unskilled. He's not an expert. He's not a master, I should say.
Talented amateur.
We'll go with that.
Nice fitting.
He glances up, looks at Colleen through kind of smeared goggles, and looks around behind him.
Hi.
Oh. Hi. Takes his goggles off, his hat off, sets both the tools down, and is a balding man with a comb over, squinty eyes.
Nice.
There you go, Matt.
We're here to buy stuff. Good, you got stuff?
I got stuff. I've got stuff. There's stuff here.
We want stuff.
You just said
And all
that.
of it, and all of it is presumably junk.
Ugh.
Some junk.
Cat makes a little bit of a disgusted noise.
Some junk, some treasure.
Yeah, don't mind him. He doesn't know the value of good junk.
All right, kids. What are you looking for?
The treasure, presumably.
Cap just kind of looks at
Yo,
Nemo and says,
can you turn them off?
"Remember what I said earlier about behavior?"
Oh, yes, of course. My apologies, Captain. That was
No.
insufficiently.
You can just stop right there. You got it?
Affirmative.
Thank you.
Scrounchy looks at Nemo, squints his eyes.
Nemo smiles.
Cap just says he's a bit special. Don't worry about it.
He steps away from
Unique,
his
in fact.
table. What, Mel?
Unique, in fact. Nemo's comment to Caps, he's special.
Right.
He steps away from his table, and kind of gestures around. His lounge does have a fair assortment, a fair variety of junk. Anything you see here could be used as scrap. You can just straight up buy scrap here, as well as a few of the less common odds and ends here and there.
All right.
Says, I got a lot of stuff here. Anything specific you're looking for?
Dude kind of smiles and says, well, man, I don't think I got any particular plans in mind, but you certainly got a lovely selection. If you don't mind me just kind of taking a look through, you never know what might catch my eye.
Yeah. Have a look.
Beautiful. And dude kind of nods to everybody else and just kind of starts sifting through, admiring some stuff and kind of, on other things. Leaving it open for anybody else to say what they want.
We're actually wondering if you have any spare black boxes.
Black boxes are difficult to come to. But I do. Black boxes are also difficult to sell. 'Cause I need authorization. So I have a few. That man behind you can help you, can take you where you need to go and get the right papers. For now, all I can do is show them to you.
All right, let's take a look so I can make sure that you have what we need.
He ambles back into the room a little bit, skirts around a pile of stuff here, and goes over to a table, shuffles around, and then moves away from the table, turns around, and opens the drawer behind him.
Captain, if I may,
Yes.
weren't we also looking for lion sharks?
Also on
Yeah,
the
I was-
restricted list.
Dude kind of pipes up from a corner where he's going through a box. Makes sense.
Absolutely makes sense. All right, so we would need to get permission for both.
He pulls out 3 black boxes.
Are they orange?
They are not.
They're puce.
They've been repainted.
Because there's absolutely no reason for them to be any color at all in
Other than black.
this kind of situation. I mean, what
Yeah.
they were originally designed for, yeah, it's great that they were highly visually visible. But these black boxes are, you've got one that's been painted in different colors, one that's just kind of a starship blue, what you would expect a standard blue on a starship to look like, and one is white.
Mhm.
Green points to the one that's painted in different colors. That one looks good.
I'm shocked.
No, I want you to actually take a look at them, kid, and see if they do what we need them to do.
Mike, while they're talking,
Mm-hmm.
can dude keep an eye out in the scrap and equipment for a couple of electromagnetic pickups?
Gonna have
Basic electric.
gonna have to describe to me what you mean by that.
Small electromagnets that are tied to a basic small sensor array. Basically, dude's looking for the parts to possibly build an electric guitar, so he's looking for the pickups and a humbucker,
Okay,
or
so
something that he can repurpose into that.
let's just make this easier for me to understand and say music things.
Yeah, but electric music things.
Okay. He doesn't find anything quite so specific, but he does find some things that if he knows exactly how to make them, he might be able to work this into it.
Cool. He doesn't know if he knows how to until he starts putting his hands to it, but he certainly knows a guitar, and he certainly knows the idea of an electric guitar. So we'll have to see.
Okay.
But he's also keeping an ear out on the conversation they're having.
Oh, Colleen, does the black box have any diagnostic tools, or how would one normally assess if that thing is functional?
Let's just abstract it with the what is it called, the tool that you have? Not a Omni tool.
Meta tool.
Meta tool. Okay, so we'll just abstract it with the meta tool, taking readings from it, or using the meta tool to take readings, and an int program to interpret those readings. That's kind of funny. It looked like the dice bounced off the pog.
I'm gonna restart my computer. I'll be right back.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. She takes readings of all three of the black boxes, and a quick analysis of the data she gets from the meta tool. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual or even different about any of the black boxes. One of them actually does have physical external damage, but the other two physically look like they were properly removed, and as far as the readings that she's getting off of them, they look like black box readings. The one that has the visible external damage is the white one.
Well, the color one's clearly the best.
Oh yeah. Um, with M restarting, the captain's decisions are kind of put on pause.
Uh-huh.
All right, we will leave that. You guys buy a black box, I'm assuming. I can't imagine.
Oh,
Well,
if
right.
we're allowed
Once
to.
you get the registration, you select a black box, and whichever color it happens to be. Moving on, what other items are you trying to assess, survey, buy? Matt, you think
Line
costs 10
chance?
credits. Line chunts will also require that red permission. Basically, they're restricted, but you can he can present a case in which they're being held, and allows you to run diagnostics on them through the case. He's not actually opening the case for you.
All right, same roll to assess them, or
Yeah, it'll be the same roll.
okay. Well, let's clear my field.
They also look functional. They look like
How many?
they will do what they're supposed to do.
How many does he have?
Can I do multi-commands? Let's find out.
Thought there's a way to do it, but I don't know. Oh, you can do it in macros, so you should be able to do it.
Yeah. Typed is rolling dies. That was fun. Yes, in fact you can. Okay. He has 2.
That's how much we needed to get into the room, right?
That is how much you needed to get into the room, yeah.
That's handy.
Pretty sure it's also the number I need to take over the ship.
Less handy.
Why doesn't he have 4?
No, for your ship, it would be 3.
Did we have the necessary parts to report to get the laser cutter that we got functional? Or do we need more parts for that?
Oh, the mining laser. Well, I didn't spend any time on that because I was building my bombs.
And if we do need more parts for that, could we look for any of those parts here?
I can't
think
imagine
it was
that it would.
straight up.
I'm pretty sure we have the parts. Since we bought a whole bunch of parts, we just not spend any time on it.
Welcome back, Emma. The chat missed you. Yeah, you
Mystery.
could clump his entire shop together as scrap and use it that way. Matt. That's how you're making your guitar music pick thing.
Mm-hmm.
You just find an appropriately sized piece of scrap that, you probably, this was more specific. It wasn't just something you could have pulled out of your own scrap piles. He's got more specific stuff here, or more varied stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, everything here could be used as scrap.
Yeah.
He does have quite a bit here, probably about 1.5 tons.
Jeez.
Which, if you recall the conversion, would be about 75,000 worth of scrap.
Mm-hmm. So we've still got more than that on the ship anyway.
You do.
Yeah. But it's nice to have other stuff.
Emma, the black boxes were assessed, diagnosed, and I'll let Nick have Colleen relay what she relays.
Well, my first instinct was right. The colored one is the best one. The blue one Yeah. Slightly degraded. If we really must, we can take the other one, but the colored one is the best one. Hey, he looks excited about that box.
Uh,
All right, so we'll go
there
for
may
the
be
blue
something that she's leaving out. I'm just gonna throw that out there because of the character. Cap can tell.
She will pull Colleen aside.
It's written all
kinda-
over her face.
What are you not telling me?
I really like the colors. It'll fine. It'll work. And as I said, the other one is degraded, but I really like the colors. It's cheery. We could use cheery on the ship. May who would ever suspect us if we have a box like that?
Feel like you're leaving something else out.
What am I leaving out again, Mike? My own brain is not firing at full power.
Oh, it's actually only external damage on the white box. All three of them were fine. They all had the same readings.
Oh, that, yeah. So, 30 grade was external damage. Okay.
If that was unintentional, if that was player, if Colleen was, if you were intending Colleen to be completely honest about it all, I'll let you retcon that.
No, that's a bonus. Because, I mean, yeah, the damage was external. But I said slightly degraded. Technically, even the other one will do. But I really like the colors.
Yeah, I thought she was trying to spin it to get the color that she wanted. And she's just really bad at lying.
No, she wasn't particularly lying. I was just kind of... That's why all three of them will do. That one's a bit degraded, but I really like the colors. But in all fairness, the colors are the primary motivation.
All right, we'll go for that one.
Awesome.
He sets it aside.
Cap says a little reluctantly.
He sets it aside once you tell him, and
why would you take the other ones? I mean, there's no real functional difference. And I will have to mess with it later anyway. So the colors will cheer me up. Positive influence and everything.
It's fine, kid.
Woohoo!
The line chuns are both black. Just
That's perfectly fine. We can paint them later.
We don't need to paint the line shots.
Yes, we do, because they need to match the surface of whatever I'm attaching them to. You don't want people to notice those.
Oh.
Like, it's nice if it goes on equipment, but if I were to plant them on, let's say, a white surface, they would stick out.
I see.
Look, I understand I'm the youngest here and everything, and yes, I'd like to have some fun, and that's fine. But I know what I'm doing. I'm really good at things. My things.
I trust you to do your things.
See, for example, I know, for example, I need 3 of those to take over the entire ship. I haven't done that. Not even considering it. I'm just saying I know how. But I'm not using it. I'm using my powers for good.
You wouldn't like me if you tried.
Yeah, because I'd vent the oxygen first. And then everyone's gross. I'm just saying, we'll have fun, and I understand, and I've tried to get it down. I'm not our android that blubs to everything about what we're about. Can we do something about that? Not that I mentioned I want, like, say, like a black slab, and he goes, "Hey, do you have any black slabs lying around?" It's like bad. So just
I will be having a talk with him. Don't
yeah,
worry.
just take my word for it. I like to have some fun, but I won't compromise things. I promise. The stuff I get, it
Captain,
will get the job done.
a brief question, if you would allow it.
No.
What, for me?
Yes,
Okay.
for the purpose of establishing parameters, is this normal? Should this be considered normal human behavior and interaction?
She's having a discussion off to the side with
Yes, Nemo was standing there
Colleen,
watching.
away from everyone else, including Nemo.
Ah, never mind then.
Like, she wanted to
didn't-
have a private discussion with Colleen.
Yep, never mind. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you said.
Okay. It's okay. It's all good.
That private discussion is interrupted a bit. This is never going to go away. The ding when somebody enters a shop dings, and a man walks in, looks kind of dressed business casual, hair combed over to the side, sharply shaven, and is looking around. Sees the four of you, three. You got Nemo, Dude, and Clark. And
So 5. Yeah.
well, the Colleen and Cap
Right.
are off to the side,
Mhm.
and rushes over to you.
Hey ho! What's the rush there?
He puts on a smile. You look like the adventurous type.
I do.
You trying to sell us something?
He diverts his attention from Nemo to Clark. I am trying to sell you something.
Well,
Here's a tagline. Down, bagged, and back in just 3 glorious days. Madeira has dangerous creatures. The local wildlife, you'd call it. Dangerous excursions. That's my company. He pulls out a futuristic business card. Pushes it towards you guys. Dangerous excursions can set you up with a hunting tour. The experience of a lifetime.
that's nice, kid.
Don't blow me off so easily. These creatures, these beasts, dangerous beasts, not only provide you with excitement, but profit. You bring the skull back, somebody buys it. You bring an entire Hulk back. Those weird researchers over there will buy that. Down, backed, and back in just 3 glorious days.
Uh-huh. And if that's
Um,
the case, why doesn't your company just do that?
Well,
Yeah, dude kind of walked up behind him. He's got some random junk in his hands as he's kind of looking at it. Yeah, man. If it's such a profitable enterprise, why are you willing to cut anybody else in on it?
because it's better profit for us if I sell you the hunting packages. First one's free.
Yeah, I'll bet.
It is also
I'll tell you
considerably
what,
less
do I
risk
get
of
a...
becoming the last experience of a lifetime.
We have several successful hunts. You guys can take care of yourselves.
Wow. You need
got
to tell your boss that you need to practice that line more.
that's not a line, and he gestures a little more frantically. He kind of actually gets your Jennings, your escort. You can see the hair on the back of his neck brace as he points. You got an escort here. I know you're packing. Maybe not here. Maybe not right here on this station. You've got the weapons on your ship. You can take down these beasts. Down, back, and back in just 3 glorious days. What do you say?
Great. Great. These-
Cap will just lift her head up, turn her gaze towards the man, and say, "No.
What?
Right.
He looks over.
Wait,
I'm not
this-
talking to you. And then he looks back
Wait,
at
I
Jeff.
am the woman in charge.
What?
Yeah, I
These
was
are
gonna
my crew. So yes, you are talking to me, and the answer is no."
Why not?
Yeah, you made a
Why would
tactical
you?
mistake there, kid.
That doesn't
Wait,
make
this
sense.
wildlife can be hunted with ships.
No, you can't hunt wildlife
We
with
have
ships.
we have business here. We are going to do it, and then we will be
You're
on
making
our
a big
way.
mistake. You are making a big mistake.
Have a good day.
He storms out.
It's likely he won't.
Dude looks at Clark. Well, that was weird.
Cap will get on the will look to their escort and say, "Can you?" She says, "I assume that there are people guarding the entrance to the ship so that no one leaves who's not escorted. Correct?"
He kind of looks at Cap, tries to figure out what she's asking. If you mean that nobody can get on your ship, you locked it, right?
Yes.
You're fine. Nobody's gonna go scrambling out on the outside. Nobody's gonna. And besides, yeah, it's all being watched.
Thank you.
Can I make a no roll to see if I recall or know anything about the native wildlife of Madeira?
No, that knowledge simply is not in your database. You can make
Okay.
a roll to
File,
see
file
if.
not found.
Hmm?
File not found.
Exactly. You can make a roll to see if you've gained anything, but you don't have any of your own memory of the wildlife on Madeira.
Yeah, dude also turns to our
Wait, so I
escort.
can make a no roll?
Just for a different purpose, yes. That's all I wanted to clarify is that you would not be making a no roll to search anything you know about it.
Ah.
And I apologize, I haven't written out your black box, but you can make a no roll to search what information you've got in your black box that you've gained since coming here.
Okay. Well,
From the basic system stuff, right?
Yep. I'll take a quick point of system strain to quickly switch personas and make a roll.
Okay.
While he's doing that, the dude kind of
briefly.
looks at the escort. So, does that happen a lot, man?
Anyone that looks like they can take care of themselves gets Ferdinand's attention.
So,
I'll say the Huns aren't as dangerous as he says. It's all
Right.
tourism.
I think that's it right there. He's just looking to make some money.
He's
Dumb
looking to make some money.
tourists.
There's some profit to be made in it. Those rich assholes like going down and shooting things.
well, yeah.
There you go.
Well, we're not those kinds of rich assholes.
Yeah,
Well,
actually,
you know what?
let me
I
pause you
wouldn't
real
mind
quick.
it.
Hold that thought, Jeff. Nemo does have a little bit more information on the wildlife on Madeira, and it actually is incredibly dangerous. He's getting references to creatures called jackals, which seem to be the most common, and they they're actually about human-sized, sort of human in basic frame, but are incredibly strong. And there are a couple of acquisition requests, work orders, open contracts for their body parts. What Nemo is able to glean from the information that's getting into his black box, which I might point out did not get into the ship's makeshift black box, is that the highest the highest interest in them is their springy cartilaginous skeleton. They don't have bones. They just have these cartilage-like, almost like sharks.
And they are highly aggressive and highly dangerous, presumably.
They are highly dangerous and highly aggressive. Their head is described as resembling, this description is going to be off, of course, but it draws a parallel to an alligator snapping turtle.
About how big are they? About how big are they?
Oh, they're about slightly taller than a human.
Ah.
Than the average human. All right, and hopefully you were able to keep that thought in your head, Jeff, because I'll go back to the conversation now.
I wouldn't mind doing it, but I ain't paying some tourist hunting corporation for the privilege.
Maybe you need a permit for those too.
If that Ferdinand guy gets everybody, they actually lost any of the idiots that go down there?
Captain, if I may?
I haven't looked into it. I haven't heard anything.
Yes.
I have actually, pauses in mid-sentence, blinks a few times, shakes his head a little, and then continues. I've gleaned some information from multiple sources, and it appears that the local wildlife are not only highly aggressive and highly dangerous to human life and lightly armored vehicles, for that matter. There is some truth in the fact that they are of great interest to various researchers and corporations due to the unique nature of their bone structure. So he probably wasn't lying when he said that there's interest in it, but considering the danger involved, I feel that we probably have better things to do than, expose ourselves to that sort of danger. Wouldn't you agree?
Did we lose Emma?
Sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine.
I just completely spaced out for a second.
It's okay. We're nearing the end here. Did you how much of what Mel said did you catch?
Like the first 3 words.
Oh my god, poor Mel.
I'm sorry, Mel. Don't hate me.
Okay.
You want to summarize,
Doing
Mel?
it over from the start. What I was trying to affect was Nemo affecting an entirely human and not at all robotic relaying of that information. But I guess that was a bit pointless. Nemo said in a what I believe myself to be a rather human and non-robotic way that there are very dangerous. That there are in fact very dangerous animals on that planet. They are probably worth a lot to the right people due to their unique bone structure, and they are insanely dangerous.
I think we're good. I don't have any intention at this point in time of going hunting.
Scrounchy looks over at you guys. He shrugs, and Jennings actually looks over at Nemo. Did you say they're actually really dangerous?
That's what my sources tell me.
Well, I ain't heard of anybody not coming back, so it can't be that dangerous.
Either that, man, or maybe those guys are really lucky.
Really well armed.
Maybe the tour is actually pretty good. He holds both hands up. I'm not trying to sell you on it. I'm just spitballing just like you.
I got you, man.
And it's probably something we should consider if going down planet side, even if we aren't going to hunt them. Well,
Yes, that
take
there
that into
are
consideration. That there
dangerous
is.
creatures on the planet.
Well, at some point, need some money.
Well, there are dangerous creatures on most any planet, but few of them can rip off your head without making an effort.
You guys are interrupted again
Hmm?
by the ding of somebody entering the shop. A young-ish woman, bespectacled and declaring her profession openly with a lab coat and lab attire. And she walks in, looks around. She also clues it, or cues in on the group where Clark is standing amongst Dude and not so much Nemo now, but she still, her attention gravitates in that direction also. And she approaches almost mousily. Was somebody just here from Dangerous Excursions? And we're gonna pause it here.
Oh, okay.
Damn
Yeah,
it, Mike!
that's the best way to do that kind of